Good evening, fans, and welcome to WECU Court in Carver Gymnasium for tonight's non-conference basketball game between the UT Permian Basin Falcons and your Western Washington University Vikings. Fans, at this time, please rise and remove your caps. Military veterans are welcome to render a hand salute as we play our national anthem. And now let's meet the starters for both teams. First, for the UT Permian Basin Falcons, who visit us from Odessa, Texas. The starting five is announced by head coach Kyle Tolan. His assistant coaches are Chris Johnson and Corey Mathis. A senior guard from Gulfport, Mississippi, number 3, Miles Daniels. A senior guard from Killeen, Texas, number 4, DeJuan Jones. A junior forward from Manchester, Georgia, number 22, Max Warren. A senior guard from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 23, Jordan Horn. And a senior forward from Belzana, Mississippi, number 24, Lemmy Howard. Your UT Permian Basin Falcons. And now, fans, are you ready?
My life is not what it was. No. I do whatever I must. Kinda wanna handle I trust. Kinda wanna handle I trust. Yeah. Kinda wanna handle I trust. Kinda wanna handle I trust. Look what I done. Helping the people I love. My life is not what it was. I'll do whatever I must. Kinda wanna handle I trust. Kinda wanna handle I trust. Kinda wanna handle I trust. Kinda wanna handle I trust.
And now, let's meet the starting lineup. The starting five for the Western Washington University Vikings. The head coach of the Vikings is Tony Dominguez. Assistant coaches are David Dunham, Bob Hofstetter, Otavio Jude, AJ Britton, and Garrett Thibodeau. A junior guard from Fairbanks, Alaska, number 3, Daniel Hornbuckle. A senior guard from Bremerton, number 4, RJ Seacrest. A sophomore guard from Kent, number 5, D'Angelo Minnis. A senior forward from Troutdale, Oregon, number 15, Dakota Ayala. And a senior forward from Tacoma, number 25, Luke Lovelady. Your Western Washington University Vikings.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to WECU Court. We're in Carver Gymnasium in Bellingham, Washington, on the campus of Western Washington University for the first all-time meeting between the Western Washington Vikings and the UT Permian Basin Falcons. You're watching Vikings TV. My name is Ben Bagley, joined tonight not by Sean Wally, but by Butch Kamina. Butch, how you doing?
Oh, Ben, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
The Vikings come into this game at 3-2 overall. the Permian Basin Falcons at 3-1 overall. To get some starting lineups first for the Falcons, got Jordan Horn, Miles Daniels, DeJuan Jones, the guards, Lemmy Howard, and Max Warren are the forwards. And for the Vikings, we actually had a late scratch in the starting lineup. Jalen Green, looked like he twisted his knee in pregame warmups. He is no longer starting. Dakota Ayala's in there. So it's D'Angelo Minnis, Dakota Ayala, Luke Lovelady, and that's RJ Seacrest with the ball. Vikings start with possession. Seacrest up top. Lovelady fighting for position. Seacrest will drive, the driving layup. That's good.
A nice early attack from RJ Seacrest.
Bringing up the ball for the Falcons, this is DeJuan Jones. Passes it over to Miles Daniels. Top, this is Jordan Horn. Falcons compete in the Lone Star Conference. 3-1 on the season, coming off of a win last night. DeJuan Jones slips and falls. Tosses it out to the corner, three-point airballed. That was Jordan Horn. Vikings going the other way. D'Angelo Minnis running the offense. He and Daniel Hornbuckle seem to interchange at that point guard position. Lovelady in the high post. He'll go to work. Battling down low. Looks like it was blocked. Maybe not, but it goes to the Falcons. Pushing the tempo. Here's Jones. Exploding to the rim. Just rims out. Ayala the rebound. Here's Minnis the other way. D'Angelo Minnis, such a shifty player. Kicks it out to RJ Seacrest. 2-0 Vikings, minute and a half in. RJ, the mid-range jumper, off back iron. Jones with the rebound. Kicks it to Daniels, three-pointer, that's good.
A 51% three-point shooter is Miles Daniels, one of their two big guns, the other one being Jordan Horn.
D'Angelo Minnis at the top of the key. Ayala, the center, passes it down to Luke Lovelady, fouled and one. Count the bucket. Lovelady headed to the line for a three-point play.
A nice entry pass by Dakota Ayala there. You'll see it on replay. Good flash by Lovelady, who's very adept at using his body around the basket to get in that angle to finish.
He really is, and ever since his freshman year, he's put on a lot of weight, gotten much just stronger down at that center position, able to just use that body, just carve out position. Misses the free throw. Lemmy Howard, the 6'8 center, gets the rebound. Falcons the other way, 4-3 Vikings. Mid-range jumper, rims off, rebound to Ayala. RJ Seacrest called for it, kicks out to Minnis. Lovelady saw Ayala. Back up to Minnis. Ayala thought about a three, almost lost it, kicks out to Daniel Hornbuckle. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Down low to Ayala, left-handed. Oh, sat on the rim for as long as possible. That's gonna be Falcon basketball. Here's DeJuan Jones. Down low to Max Warren. Going to work on Dakota Ayala, baby hook, not even close. Hornbuckle the rebound. Hornbuckle looking to push the tempo. Kicks out to Seacrest. RJ Seacrest lost the basketball, out of bounds. Turnover Vikings.
Well, already a substitution from UT Permian as they go to Kendall Frey. Checking in, it looks like they maybe go a little bit smaller here.
You mentioned, Butch, last night they played 14 different players. We're going to see a lot of substitutions from these Falcons.
79-67 win against Northwest University.
This is DeJuan Jones. Up top, Miles Daniels. His second triple is good. Timeout on the floor. Tony Dominguez taking a timeout for the Vikings. It's 6-4 Falcons over Vikings. Going to take a quick break. Be right back here on Vikings TV. Back here in Bellingham after that 30-second timeout, Vikings trailing by 2. You're watching Vikings TV. I'm Ben Bagley with Butch Kamina. 16:30 remaining in the first half. Vikings with the basketball. Hornbuckle passes down low to Lovelady. Going to work inside. Lovelady with his second bucket.
Luke already 2 for 3. The Vikings all 6 points right at the rim. 6 points for UT Permian Basin on the Daniels 3-pointers.
Jordan Horn up top. Drives down low, pump fakes. That's Lemmy Howard, mid-range jumper, off back iron. Ayala the rebound. Out to Daniel Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle hit 4 threes yesterday in the Viking victory over the Point Loma Nazarene Sea Lions. Lovelady down low to Ayala. Another point in the paint. Ayala the bucket.
The statement of intent has been made, hasn't it? 4 layups already for the Vikings.
Here's Jordan Horn with the ball, defended by R.J. Seacrest, who's a very good defender.
It's a good matchup tonight. Fun to watch.
There's a turnover, but D'Angelo Minnis couldn't handle it. However, it still will be Viking basketball. And we're going to head into a media timeout. We're going to take another quick break. We're back here on Vikings TV.
Dear college sports,
there's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Back here in Bellingham, Vikings leading on the scoreboard, 8-6 of the University of Texas Permian Basin Falcons. Vikings right now with 8 points in the paint.
Really good start, and there's been a real intent there, trying to get the ball inside. R.J. Seacrest driving one time and then getting the ball onto the block to Ayala and Lovelady.
Here's D'Angelo Minnis leading the offense. Lucas Holden is in the game now for the Vikings. Dakota Ayala down low, kicks over to Holden. Here's Minnis. 3-point bomb off the rim. Lemmy Howard the rebound. He's a leading rebounder for the Falcons. Pushing the tempo. Falcons moving the ball around. Vikings looking like they're playing a 2-3 zone. At the rim and in.
DeJuan Jones on the drive there.
Daniel Hornbuckle up top. Coach Tony Dominguez barking out instructions. Here's Hornbuckle. Just 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Picks up his dribble. Here's Lucas Holden driving, bumping against the defender, and that's an offensive foul on Lucas Holden.
I tried to get to the baseline. Defender did a pretty good job of cutting that off, as we'll see here. And Lucas just got the forearm out a little bit and got rung up for that. UT Permian Basin, Coach Kyle Tolan just came in August from Arkansas Monticello, brought 7 players with him from a team that reached the NCAA tournament last year.
I think that's a testament to good coaching. If you can bring 7 players with you when you get a new job, they must like you pretty much. There's a 3 by the Falcons. That's Miles Daniels knocking down another one.
And that's probably the most significant one. He averaged 15.5 a game for Arkansas Monticello.
Here's R.J. Seacrest for the Vikings, now trailing by 3. Lucas Holden kicking up to Ayala. Mishandled, turnover. Here come the Falcons, pushing the tempo. Shot offline, kicking back out to him. 3-point bomb off rim. Rebound by R.J. Seacrest. That was Miles Daniels missing his first three. He's 3 of 4 now. R.J. Seacrest going the other way. Vikings moving it around. Holden finding Lovelady in the corner. Ayala with a mismatch down low. That's an easy bucket for the Vikings.
Really patient, good look. They got the mismatch, as you said, and pretty easy bucket for Dakota Ayala.
Here's DeJuan Jones leading it up for the Falcons. Gets it out to Kendall Frey. Over to Max Warren. DeJuan Jones guarded by Daniel Hornbuckle. Here's Miles Daniels, the floater, rims out. Ayala with the tip, and the board, but he's stepping on the line, so that'll be a turnover. I guess a pseudo turnover. Ball back to the Falcons.
I think a team rebound, I think, in the parlance. So
it'll be an inbounds play for the Falcons after some substitutions. Alvarez Powell and Jordan Horn are in the game.
And D'Angelo Minnis returns for the Vikings.
Here's Jordan Horn driving. Nice soft off the glass for the bucket.
Jordan Horn, a big-time scorer, averaging 17 a game this year, the leading returning scorer, 19 a game a year ago, a second-team all-conference pick in the Lone Star.
Kicked out to Ayala, wide open three. It's good by the center. Game freshly tied up, 13-13. Falcons the other way. There's Alvarez Powell with the ball, kicks it out to Jordan Horn. Jordan Horn driving, floating it up, off back iron, rebound Vikings. Pushing the tempo, R.J. Seacrest driving in, a little Euro step, rims in. Vikings take the lead.
Well, second time tonight, R.J. Seacrest being really aggressive going to the basket.
Here's Keon Craddock with the ball. He drives against Dakota Ayala, kicks it out, dangerous pass. R.J. Seacrest rips it away. Vikings in transition. D'Angelo Minnis finds Daniel Hornbuckle, wide open three, rims out. Look at that hustle board, though, by R.J. Seacrest, but he turns it over. But another turnover, Lucas Holden gets a steal.
It's chaos out there right now.
D'Angelo Minnis taking a breather. Shot clock has reset. 15-13 Vikings. Lucas Holden with it now. Driving behind the back. Oh, a nice cut by Hornbuckle, but he misses it. How about Dakota Ayala scooping it up with a slam dunk?
Wow, a great pass. And then the missed layup turned to something even better with the Ayala's dunk.
And we're going to get an offensive foul on the Falcons. Daniel Hornbuckle playing some aggressive defense, getting the ball right back for the Vikings. How about that? Vikings are fired up with a 17-13 lead. Timeout on the floor. I need a breather. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back here on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Bellingham on Vikings TV as Dakota Ayala slams it home. It's 17-13 Vikings.
Daniel Hornbuckle come to the sideline looking for an assist on that. Not quite, but
maybe a friendlier statistician might have, but not our Vikings crew right now.
It looks good.
He'll call it a pass for sure. It was totally intentional, I'm sure. Here's Dakota Ayala. The pass to Kai Johnson was just too hard. Turnover for the Vikings. Vikings now have 4 turnovers in the game.
Good idea to try to swing the ball there. UT Permian Basin helping really hard in the paint, so that skip wasn't a bad idea. It just didn't come off.
We've seen them hedging pretty hard on these high screen attempts too, kind of causing the Vikings some issues on offense. Here's the Falcons now. Jordan Horn at the top of the key. He'll drive, and he will travel. So now each team with 4 turnovers. Back to the Vikings.
It's a great matchup. Jordan Horn, a big-time scorer. R.J. Seacrest, a big-time defensive stopper. Going head-to-head a lot of the night tonight. I think it's really kind of the matchup to watch at this end of the floor.
Yeah, R.J. Seacrest really is a defensive stopper. He's gotten a lot better in that area this year.
Physically, upper body, in his upper body, he's just able to hold people off very well.
Here's Kai Johnson with the ball, driving, kicking out. R.J. Seacrest now. He will pull up from mid-range and sink it off the rim and in.
6 for RJ, already ahead of his season average of about 5.5.
Miles Daniels, the risky pass. Horn has it now. Horn driving in, tipped by Ayala, and a turnover. Lucas Holden gets the steal. Here's Seacrest. Minnis now. Minnis with no points. Preseason All-GNAC selection. He drives, kicks it way out to Kai Johnson, and that's going to be another turnover. That's now a couple of possessions where they've kicked it out to Kai Johnson, and he just couldn't handle it. But 2 not so great passes.
We can't blame him on that one. It was well over his feet. And then you see R.J. Seacrest getting that very nice, soft bounce off the rim. And these are soft rims at Carver Gymnasium.
When I play, they're very hard. They're very hard rims. Not very kind to me. That's going to be Kai Johnson on the foul. He mugged. Looks like that was DeJuan Jones. Luke Lovelady is down. He grabbed his ankle. So he's just going to retie his shoe and be all right. Take a look at it here on the replay. I think Kai Johnson actually rolled into Lovelady there. Looks like Luke will stay in the game. It'll be DeJuan Jones headed to the line.
DeJuan Jones so far this year, a 90% free throw shooter. So.
Shooting 2 free throws. Each team with 2 personal fouls. Knocks down the first one. It's a 5-point game. Remember, in this game, it was a late scratch. Late by, about 30 seconds before the starting lineups were announced. Jalen Green, the leading scorer for the Vikings, looks like he is out for this game. There's an ice wrap on his knee. So 19-15, Vikings lead. Kai Johnson bringing it up. It over to Holden. Holden, little dribble move, driving in, kicks it out to Lovelady, almost loses it. Falcons playing aggressive defense. Here's Minnis. Look at that high hedge on him. Kai Johnson behind his back. The pass to R.J. Seacrest. Nice drive and a layup.
A nice little look by Kai Johnson there. Went around behind the back and then the backdoor cut.
Miles Daniels jacking up a 3. No good. Vikings quickly back the other way. Here's Minnis over to Kai Johnson. Thought about a 3. A deep 3. Didn't shoot it. Minnis again. Driving. Kicking to Luke Lovelady. Just rimming off, but he gets the tip and in. Falcons coming the other way. DeJuan Jones bringing it up. All of a sudden, it's an 8-point game. Miles Daniels to Jordan Horn. Horn pump fakes. Back up to Jones. Jones gets a screen. Lovelady on him. Minnis on him.
Oh, that's a nice little pull-up by DeJuan Jones. Got to about 16 feet and just stepped on a dime and buried it.
There's D'Angelo Minnis bringing it up for the Vikings. Passes off to R.J. Seacrest. Passes it to Holden. Can be an offensive foul against Lucas Holden.
I thought he might have split the defender. See if he pushed off again, and that's kind of what he had in the first call. He got that forearm out and got rung up for it.
That is 2 personal fouls on Lucas Holden. He also has 3 turnovers, and he will head to the bench.
Well, and 2 of those turnovers on offensive fouls.
Yes. This is DeJuan Jones dribbling it all around the court. Finds Zavon Goodwin. Vikings playing some smothering defense. Kicks it up to DeJuan Jones. Jones driving, throwing it up. way off. Kai Johnson with the rebound as the shot clock expired. D'Angelo Minnis finds a wide open Nick Velp, but overthrows him by about 3 feet. Unforced turnover for the Vikings. 6-point lead and a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout here on Vikings TV as RJ Seacrest sends us to break.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Welcome back to Bellingham. You're watching Vikings TV. Ben Bagley with Butch Kamina. Luke Lovelady tipping it in there. He has 6 points, and the Vikings lead by 6.
Biggest issue for the Vikings right now is turnovers. They have 8, 4 of them that last 4-minute segment there, and just a little bit of sloppy passing that they need to sort out.
Vikings have a -5 turnover margin on the year, certainly wanting to clean that up. Here's Lemmy Howard kicking it to Keon Craddock. Down low, Miles Daniels couldn't get the layup to fall. D'Angelo Minnis the other way. Hornbuckle slowing down the offense. Passes it to Velp. Tried to get it inside to Lovelady, but tipped away for another turnover. DeJuan Jones feeding it down low. Back up to Jones. Miles Daniels, mid-range jumper, buried it.
11 for Miles Daniels already.
Vikings are scoreless in the last 2 minutes. Kai Johnson driving, running over a defender. That's going to be another offensive foul on the Vikings.
Yeah, a little struggle for the Vikings in the half court here, and that's not a terribly difficult call. I think Western has gone deeper into the bench now. They only played 7 guys last night. They've already gone 9 deep tonight. And as we said, UT Permian Basin played 14 last night.
14 is a lot of players to enter a basketball game.
In a relatively close game, too. They only won by 12. It's not like it was a blowout. They were in the lead most of the way, but still not one of those games where you're up 25 and you're clearing the bench in any stretch of imagination.
A couple of substitutions on the floor. Kai Johnson and Nick Velp sub out for the Vikings. Seacrest and Ayala come in. Craddock out for the Falcons. Kendall Frey is in. This is DeJuan Jones leading it up. Jones with 6 points. Falcons passing around down low. There's a mismatch out to the three-point line. Miles Daniels thought about it. Hold on to it. And back down low, another mismatch to Howard. Howard on Hornbuckle. Fadeaway shot, no good. Ayala with the board. Vikings up by 4. Here's Minnis the other way. Lovelady the high screen. Ayala tries to get it to him. Ooh, nice save. That's a turnover. Good steal by the Falcons. Here's Kendall Frey. Back to DeJuan Jones. He's driving. Dribbles into the corner. Back up to Frey. Frey driving. Pulls up. Off front rim. Ayala the strong board. Hornbuckle the other way. Falcons are really playing aggressive defense against the ball handler. D'Angelo Minnis. Jab, jab, dribble, dribble, pull up. Off back rim. off the Falcons, though. It'll stay Viking basketball.
See if Western can find some offense. Over 3.5 minutes here without a point. So
RJ Seacrest to inbound to Ayala. Takes it out to Minnis. 15 on the shot clock. Minnis driving in among the trees, and he'll dribble out. Hornbuckle pump fake three. He drives, step back, and he'll reset. 5 seconds on the shot clock. The high hedge, 2-1. Hornbuckle throws up a shot, and he buries it. How about that, a three-pointer at the buzzer?
How do you break a 4-minute drought? You bury a three with a hand on your face.
That lead back up to 7. Jones over to Lemmy Howard. Here's Horn driving. Good defense by D'Angelo Minnis, but a foul. Take a look at Hornbuckle. Man.
No, tough shot.
Tough shot with a lot of confidence, too.
So Jordan Horn with 2 at the line here. Played a year at Siena, where he had an 8 three-pointer game against Memphis for 24 points, then transferred to North Dakota State, where he scored 11 points against Duke in the NCAA tournament one year. So, as we said, a big-time score. Vikings have done a pretty good job, primarily RJ Seacrest, but with a lot of help. Hold him off the board tonight, although he does get those 2 free throws there.
26-21. Hornbuckle bringing it up. He drives, step back, pass out. Down low to Luke Lovelady. Here's D'Angelo Minnis, the three-pointer. It's good.
Got it. And just that old inside-out game. You throw it to the post. When they dig down, you kick it back out.
Vikings hit 8 three-pointers in the first half in their win yesterday. There's Horn. Ooh, beautiful up and under.
Cocked it on one side, brought it back around the other, and reversed it off the glass. That's pretty.
Horn is now up to 6 points for the Falcons. Here's D'Angelo Minnis driving. Look at the speed. Minnis the rocket to the rim.
And nearly as pretty in a different way by D'Angelo Minnis. Two great finishes by those 2 players.
How about this? The Vikings with 18 points in the paint. Falcons with just 6. Lemmy Howard up top. Kicks it to Zavon Goodwin. Falcons trying to get something started on offense. Kicked out to Horn. Three-pointer. Off front rim. Rebounded by Lovelady.
Vikings with a chance to go up double digits for the first time tonight.
Largest lead has been 8 points. Ayala the 3, no. Minnis back with the basketball. Just over 3 minutes left on the game clock. RJ Seacrest, mid-range jumper, it's good.
10 for RJ, 5 of 6 from the field.
Not normally a volume scorer, but he's shooting it well here tonight.
He's getting the good opportunities, and he's taking advantage of them.
Here's DeJuan Jones lobbing it up. Alley-oop for the Falcons. That's Lemmy Howard throwing it down. Pretty one there to cut this lead back to 8. 2.5 on the clock. D'Angelo Minnis driving in. Gets it out to Hornbuckle, and Hornbuckle traveled. 8-point lead for the Vikings, 2:26 remaining in the first half. Media timeout. We'll take a quick break from WECU Court. Be right back here after this on Vikings TV.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Welcome back. I'll give you some quick numbers here. Western shooting 65% from the field, 15 of 23. UT Permian Basin just 37%, 9 of 24. The Vikings also a big rebounding advantage, 17-7. And those are two things that they've done well over the course of the season. But again, the turnovers have kind of brought that back. 12 turnovers for Western, 5 for the Falcons.
You know, we saw that yesterday against Point Loma as well. The Vikings out-rebounded them by 20, outshot them by at least 30%, I think. But they committed 14 more turnovers in the Sea Lions as well.
Western averaging almost 14 turnovers a game, committing almost 14, and causing less than 10. So.
And those are killers, something coaches do not like at all. Here are the Falcons swinging it around, trailing by 8. Getting in there, and it's going to be a turnover. That was Zavon Goodwin, went up and battled against Ayala.
Baseline, and Ayala checked him. Ball came back, and it went off Goodwin out of bounds. Great play by Dakota Ayala.
Daniel Hornbuckle leading it up the other way. Over to Minnis, 3-point bomb, it's good!
From 2 or 3 feet behind the line by D'Angelo Minnis.
Vikings now with an 11-point lead. 4 of 6 from 3, but there's Horn, the backdoor cut.
R.J. Seacrest trying to deny hard, which you understand with a scorer like Horn. He took the counter and slipped him right nicely.
Here's D'Angelo Minnis. Some shifty moves, driving in, the feed to Lovelady, up and under, reverse layup is good. Here's Kendall Frey picking up his dribble. Miles Davis, mid-range, rims out. Ayala the board. D'Angelo Minnis pushing the tempo, and he slows it up. Just over a minute left in the first half here from WECU Court in Bellingham. R.J. Seacrest to Ayala, the free throw line jumper, not there. Luke Lovelady, the offensive board.
Took him 3 taps, but he did get there.
D'Angelo Minnis slowing it up, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kicks to Seacrest, 7 seconds now. 5, 4, Minnis, deep 3. Almost gets it to fall. And they're gonna call a flop warning on D'Angelo Minnis. Coach Tony Dominguez not too thrilled about it. See it here on the replay. I'm seeing quite a few flop warnings called.
No, it is a point of emphasis. It puts the referee in kind of a hard spot because he sees a guy go down and maybe he's looked at the rim or something and did he get bumped a little? Was he just off balance because of the nature of the shot? And it's a hard call. I feel for the officials having to rule on that as the point of emphasis has been made this year.
Earlier in the season, we saw the Vikings actually have 2 flop warnings in a game, and it resulted in 2 technical free throws.
Yeah.
It's something that the referees are certainly watching.
So if we see another one tonight, it would be a technical foul.
Yes. Shot clock and game clock separated by just about 2 seconds. DeJuan Jones leading it up. 11-point deficits for the Falcons.
So a 4-low look here for the Falcons. See if they run somebody up or they just go ISO.
Already down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jones takes the high screen. Dribble drive, he almost lost the ball. Mid-range jumper off balance, and it's not there. 1 second on the clock, full court heave. Ooh, almost by R.J. Seacrest. That is going to take us to halftime. Vikings nursing an 11-point lead, 38-27. Fun first half here in Bellingham. Vikings TV, Ben Bagley and Butch Kamina. We're going to take a halftime break. Be right back here after this.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Support them. Avery Dexter led the Vikings with 14 points. Perfect from the field, 6 for 6. Her younger sister, Riley, scored 8 points and had 9 rebounds. 4 for 7 shooting. So the Vikings improved to 5-0 in the season. They'll be at home next week with a pair of games.
Halftime just about over here in Bellingham. Ben Bagley, Butch Kamina bringing you the action on Vikings TV. Western with an 11-point lead at halftime.
Let's have a look at the stats and scores here for our guests from UT Permian Basin. The leading scorer, Miles Daniels, at 11 points. 8 for Jordan Horn, 6 for DeJuan Jones. So the backcourt really key there, and just 2 points for Lemmy Howard rounds it out. They shot 35.7% from the field, 42.9% from 3, and made all 4 of their free throw attempts. For the Vikings, a great half for RJ Seacrest, 10 points on 5 of 6 shooting, 9 off the bench, or a late start for Dakota Ayala, 8 each for Luke Lovelady and D'Angelo Minnis, and 3 points for Daniel Hornbuckle. The Vikings shot a sizzling 63% from the field, 17 of 27, including 4 of 7, 57%. And 3-pointers. Missed their only free throw of the half. They have a 21-7 edge on the boards to the Vikings, as we see here. But then you go down a couple lines. See that turnover line, 12 for Western, 5 for UT Permian Basin. So overall, pretty good half for the Vikings. They have an 11-point lead as we interplay in the second half.
You know, they always say whoever wins the rebound battle will most likely come out on top on the scoreboard. Vikings right now with a plus 13 rebound advantage, but the one thing that can kind of nullify that is too many turnovers. So we saw that yesterday, we see it today. What do you think they have to do here in the second half?
And I guess the thing that helps is that Western has been shooting a better percentage than most of their opponents. And you look at 51% from the field coming in, holding their opponents just under 40. And so that is, that's why you're 3-2 and your 2 losses are only by 1 point, is that you balance the rebounds and the turnovers. Well, you better shoot well. And that's what they've been able to do to a large extent.
Yeah, if you can outshoot your opponent by that much, out-rebound them by that much, you can imagine what the lead could be without all those turnovers.
Well, it bodes well if the Vikings can handle the ball better in the second half.
Falcons start with the basketball in the second half. Looks like he stepped out of bounds. That was Miles Daniels. So first possession of the second half for the Falcons is a turnover. The Vikings will take it the other way. Looks like starters are back out on the court for both teams. Here's Hornbuckle leading it up. Seacrest dribbling it down. Taking it back out. Ayala up top to Minnis. Minnis falls down, kicks it over to Seacrest. Seacrest lost the handle. That's a steal from Max Warren. Jones to Horn, back to Jones. The high screen. Jones hands off to Horn. Horn dribbling in, the free throw line, jumper. Offline, here's Max Warren. Offensive board and a score.
Active start to this half for Max Warren.
D'Angelo Minnis, look at the speed, driving it in, but swatted away by Horn. Here the Falcons on the fast break. Daniels, three-pointer, it's good. All of a sudden down to a 6-point lead. UT Permian Basin starting the second half on a 5-0 scoring run. Here's Ayala, mid-range jumper, RJ Seacrest, money.
All the analytics say now you don't shoot that, so Vikings get a lot of points from that little elbow spot, don't they?
They really do. RJ Seacrest, D'Angelo Minnis, Jalen Green, they shoot a lot of mid-range jumpers, but they make a high clip.
They go in.
If they go in, right? Here's DeJuan Jones. Down low to Lenny Howard. Howard, baby hook, no good. Ayala the rebound. D'Angelo Minnis, stopping on a dime. Now driving, lost the handle. They're gonna nab him for a travel. So another turnover for the Vikings. 14 now. Goes back to the Falcons.
Angelo did get bumped, but I think that bump maybe came after the travel. He stumbled a little bit and then got hit.
We've also seen a lot of players kind of tripping over themselves and falling down on the court. Wonder if it's maybe a little too slippery or something. Here's Jones driving in, knocking up against Ayala. He loses control. Here come the Vikings. Hornbuckle with a little pump fake, mid-range. Got the pass out, almost lost the handle. D'Angelo Minnis down low to Lovelady. Out of bounds. The Vikings retain possession.
Good backside help there by Permian Basin. Really nice rolls. We'll see this here.
There's D'Angelo Minnis getting swatted just a few possessions ago. And the Falcons hitting the three on the other end. Here's Daniel Hornbuckle throwing up a three. Almost got fouled. Offensive rebound, Dakota Ayala.
Seacrest keep that alive to get it to Ayala. Nice play.
Seacrest is always in there. Such a hustle player.
All the little things, right?
Such a crucial player for like team success. The guy can just really do it all. And he drives in there. Offensive foul. Drawing the charge was Miles Daniels.
Did you throw the whammy on him there? We see all these nice things, and he gets a charging foul.
Broadcaster's curse, isn't it?
Yep.
Definitely a charge. Now one team foul for the Vikings here in the second half. None for the Falcons. DeJuan Jones leading it up. He has 6 points. Here's Horn. Back to Jones. Over to Miles Daniels, defended by R.J. Seacrest. Step back. Good defense. Backdoor cut. Daniels rejected by Luke Lovelady.
Nice by Luke Lovelady.
Lovelady picks up his first block. Excuse me, his second block. Backdoor pass was nice, but Lovelady just trailed it all the way. Nice job not to foul, too. D'Angelo Minnis gets the steal, but he gets tripped. That'll be a foul. He had a free path to the basket if he could have stayed on his feet. Substitution for the Falcons. Kendall Frey is going to check in for Max Warren. See D'Angelo Minnis just getting tripped up.
If you're joining us late, missed the open, Jalen Green, Western's leading scorer at 16 points a game. A late scratch, tweaks something in warm-ups, and was pulled from the starting lineup at the very last minute. So Vikings have been without him tonight, but still an 8-point lead here, a little over 3 minutes into the second half.
And I was watching it. I think he might have tweaked his knee like during the national anthem, like walking back to the bench. He all of a sudden kind of buckled and had the trainer come over. It was a very, very, very late scratch. So
he was the last guy out warming up.
Yeah.
And everybody else would come off, and he was still taking a couple shots and looked like he was moving okay. And then all of a sudden got pulled, yeah.
Hoping for the best. Here's R.J. Seacrest, the corner three. Rims out. Ayala, offensive board. Hitting back in. The hook. It's good. Ayala now with 11 points. Ayala 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, and 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Great game by the center. Here's Kendall Frey in the corner, three-pointer, rims out. Luke Lovelady the board. D'Angelo Minnis pushing it up. Now Luke Lovelady top of the key. Spin move. R.J. Seacrest puts it in. R.J. Seacrest has now tied his career high, 14 points, 7 of 9 shooting.
It's a great night. And a nice little dish by Lovelady there off the spin dribble.
DeJuan Jones. Here is Kendall Frey. Misses the rebound. R.J. Seacrest the board. Vikings up by 12. It's their largest lead of the game. D'Angelo Minnis guarded by Frey. Here's Lovelady down low to Ayala. Misses the rebound, gets his own board, misses the second one, gets his own board, and it's poked away. Here come the Falcons. Fast break. DeJuan Jones kicks it out. 3-point. Is that Kendall Frey? No, that's Miles Daniels, but he knocks down the three. Miles Daniels making this back to a 9-point game, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Right back after this on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Back here in Bellingham, Ben Bagley and Butch Kamina on Vikings TV. RJ Seacrest, the leading scorer, getting the bucket.
Yeah, we were perhaps a little generous in giving Luke Lovelady that assist, but the spin move was very nice.
I'm sure he's happy. I was going to say, I'm sure he's happy with the assist there.
Yes.
Lucas Holden has checked into the game for the Vikings. He will inbound. The Falcons running a full court press. Watch out for a half-court trap here. They back off into their man-to-man defense. Here's Daniel Hornbuckle up top. Hands it off to Minnis. Minnis to Ayala. Down low to Lovelady. Battling the hook. Rims out. We are going to have a foul on the floor on Luke Lovelady, trying to get the offensive rebound. They're going to call him for an over the back. Yeah. 44-35, Vikings leading. Just under 15 minutes left to play in the game. DeJuan Jones leading it up. This is Lemmy Howard. Back to Jones. Three-pointer. Offline. Battle for the rebounds. About 10 people under the board, under the basket, I should say. And the Falcons dribble it out of bounds. Referees chatting with the players, but nothing extra. And we're going to go to immediate timeout. Take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here on Vikings TV right after this.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Back in Bellingham, Vikings leading 44-35. They will be inbounding. Falcons in that last defensive possession started running a full court press. We'll see if they elect to do that again. Luke Lovelady will be inbounding. And the Falcons, yes, will be playing some full court defense. D'Angelo Minnis trying to break it. Hands off to Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle driving down low. Here's Holden, hands off back to Hornbuckle. Ayala the slip, and the board. Excuse me, the bucket. Took the contact and one opportunity.
I think they're going to rule that Lemmy Howard was in the restricted area.
Yeah, he actually got there right in time. That was a nice defensive effort.
Yeah.
But if you're inside that circle, all the contact is always going to go against the defender. Ayala now having a great game. 13 points, 11 boards. This is just the second free throw the Vikings have attempted. And one is good. Back up to a 12-point lead. DeJuan Jones at the top of the key. Kicks it over to Daniels. Three-pointer. Just rims out. Hustle board by Luke Lovelady. D'Angelo Minnis slows it up. Holden in the corner. Corner three, rims out. Rebound by Lemmy Howard. DeJuan Jones pushing it up. Nice feed, and the slam dunk by Zevon Goodwin.
Nearly 7 assists a game for Jones, and you see why there.
I read earlier in the Lone Star Conference, he has about 7.5 assists per game. No other player averages more than 5. So a really good passer.
7 will usually get you among the national leaders. That's a pretty quick number there.
D'Angelo Minnis, the fadeaway baseline mid-range jumper rims out. DeJuan Jones, cross-court pass. Miles Daniels, three-pointer. It's good. Nice find.
He is fearless on those. 6 of 9 from 3 for Miles Daniels.
That's 8 assists now for DeJuan Jones. Lucas Holden down low to Luke Lovelady. Just off the rim and out. Here come the Falcons now down by 7. It was just a 12-point lead. That's Ayala picking up the foul. It's going to be 2 free throws for the Falcons.
Ben, this has kind of been a trend. A lot of Viking games. In most games this season, they've had double-digit leads, and then somewhere in the second half, there's a little bit of a drought, gives up a run, and then you see how do you hold on the rest of the way. And
honestly, I think we've seen this over the last 5, 6, 7 years with the Vikings. They are able to grow a big lead, and unfortunately, it's kind of been their MO. They don't always blow it and lose the game, but the other team always seems to sneak back in the second half.
And I suppose maybe it's that we see it all the time because basketball is a game of runs. But it's weird how it always seems to be working in this direction, that the Vikings are having the early run and then having the one against them somewhere in the middle of the second half.
Yeah, in the game yesterday, they hit 8 threes in the first half and then didn't hit a 3 at all in the second. And that's when those turnovers start piling up and all the snowball. DeJuan Jones hit his first free throw. He has 7 points. Hit his second. He has 8 points. And all of a sudden, the 12-point lead is down to 5. 7-0 run by the Falcons in the last minute and a half. Here's D'Angelo Minnis bringing it up. Screened by Ayala. He slips. Can't find him. Lucas Holden to Hornbuckle. Is that going to be an offensive foul? No, it is not.
Daniels trying to fight through the screen, didn't quite get there. Got rung up for the foul.
I thought for a second they might call a moving screen on Lucas Holden. That was just too much aggression on defense. RJ Seacrest now to inbound. Seacrest has a great game. 14 points right now. D'Angelo Minnis up top, finding Lucas Holden. Wide open corner 3. Off front rim.
You come in shooting 58% from 3. You don't expect to miss that. Lucas Holden in there.
Good defense by Ayala down low. And the Vikings head the other way. RJ Seacrest, 1 dribble mid-range jumper. It's good. Officially now a new career high for RJ Seacrest, 16 points. Three-point bomb by Miles Daniels is good. Down to a 4-point lead.
23 for Miles Daniels, 7 of 10 from three-point range.
7 of 10. There's going to be a blocking foul on the Falcons. It's going to be Alvarez Powell picking up the foul. Timeout on the floor, but we're going to keep things right here. Looks like it'll be a 30-second timeout. Vikings up by 4.
It's full.
We're extending it to a full, but let's still keep it right here.
We got more time to talk, right?
Let's still chat about it. So the Vikings right now just dominating the boards, 31-17. Dominating points in the paint, 26-14. But it's those three-pointers for the Falcons that are letting them sneak right back in this game. They're 4 of 8. Now in the second half from 3.
Miles Daniels has just gone wild in this half. And 23 points. We knew that he's capable of that. I mean, he's shooting, I think, 41% from three-point range on this season. Excuse me, 51% from
51.
And an accomplished scorer. And he's doing some of that in transition, too. So it's not like, in man-to-man situations, maybe they let him get away a little bit. But a couple of these in this half have been pull-up threes in transition. And what do you do?
Yeah, he's not afraid to just let it fly. And if you're shooting 7 of 10 in the game, might as well keep going to.
If I'm 7 of 10, I'm not afraid of letting it fly either.
That's the definition of shooters shoot. I also saw this earlier. The Falcons are 3-1 on the season. In each of their wins, they shot over 50% from the floor with 17 or more assists. In their only loss, they shot under 40% with just 9 assists. Worth noting, they're only shooting 37% in this game right now with 11 assists, so we'll see how that formula holds up. Back to action here. Luke Lovelady to inbound. Gets it into Minnis. 11.5 to play. Vikings up 4, 49-45. Hornbuckle in the corner. Driving in. Up to Lucas Holden. Holden drives down. 4 seconds on the shot clock to Luke Lovelady. The running floater, way too much. Did not hit the rim. That'll be a shot clock violation.
Again, just this little phase of the game, somewhere in the second half where the offense seems to break down a little bit. And last night they weathered that and finished pretty strong, so that happens again.
They have a tendency to finish strong, but here's Daniels, the deep three. Couldn't get it.
That was a heat check.
That was certainly a heat check. Definition of a heat check.
Yes.
Here's Daniel Hornbuckle dribbling it out.
You come off a curl 4 feet behind the line with a hand in your face.
With 25 seconds left on the shot clock.
But as we said, when you're 7-10.
Yeah. Here's Lovelady down low. Nice feed by D'Angelo Minnis.
And when you're struggling with the offensive end, you get the little slip of the pick and roll and a layup there. That's the really right way to go.
Snapped a 10-2 Falcons run. Good defense by Lovelady. That's a turnover. Comes the Vikings now with a 6-point lead. Holden in the corner, drives baseline, gets knocked, and falls out of bounds. Will be a turnover for the Vikings.
Turnover 17?
17 turnovers for the Vikings. Yes, just 9 for the Falcons.
I think Lucas Holden thought he drove baseline. There was a little contact. I think he felt like he got bumped out of bounds there, but did not get a call.
Some substitutions for the Falcons. Keon Craddock and Jordan Horn are both in. Miles Daniels is out. That's the guy who's been shooting all those threes. Down low, poked out by Lovelady. Here's Jones with 9 assists and 8 points. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mid-range jumper, that's nailed by Lemmy Howard. 10 assists now for DeJuan Jones. Or excuse me, 9 assists for DeJuan Jones. Here's R.J. Seacrest. Tried to pull up in mid-range, but he got it poked away. Gets it back, though. Pass out to Lovelady. Here's Minnis, a couple feet behind the line. Nothing. R.J. Seacrest, though, offensive board. He goes up, and he puts it in. R.J. Seacrest flexing his muscle, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Vikings with a 6-point lead. Going to take a quick break and be right back here after this.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Welcome back to Bellingham. You're watching Vikings TV. My name is Ben Bagley, joined by Butch Kamina, subbing in for our friend Sean Wally tonight. Vikings right now with a 6-point lead, 55-47.
Part of the problem for Western, we talked about how well they shot in the first half. In the second half, just 37% from the field now. Permian Basin only shooting 41, but it's been enough, especially with the three-point shooting of Daniels to get them back into shouting range here.
Falcons have nailed 4 threes in the second half. Vikings are 0 of 5. Here's DeJuan Jones up top, over to Lemmy Howard. Howard will drive, picks up his dribble, passes it out. Horn with the three. Off back iron, Lovelady, strong rebound. Pushing it up, RJ Seacrest. Back out to Minnis. High screen by Lovelady. Here's Ayala, gets it down to Lovelady in the low post. He will dribble, kick it out to Seacrest. Seacrest back to Lovelady. Minnis the three. No, off front iron. Fast break, no. D'Angelo Minnis will get in there. Stopped the fast break, but picked up a personal foul.
No, not a bad foul at all. He's making an effort to go for the ball.
You know, he had one of those against him earlier. Where he had a free trip to the basket and he was tripped up. Checking into the game is Miles Daniels for the Falcons. Horn, triple from the top of the key, off back iron. Rebound by Lemmy Howard. Daniels with a three from the corner. It's good. Oof. 8 of 12 now from three is Miles Daniels, and it's a 3-point game. Just over 8 minutes to play. RJ Seacrest over to Lovelady. Hornbuckle, the contested three, and he nails it.
It's not a bad way to get your team's first three of the second half. The hand in his face just drained it.
Making a 3-point lead, a 6-point lead. Vikings have led for 87% of this game. Here's Miles Daniels. On fire from three right now. Lemmy Howard down in the low post, defended by Ayala. Little fadeaway, and he nails it.
Lemmy Howard's kind of got that old school post game, doesn't he?
He certainly does.
Very angular.
Very patient, taking his time.
A release on the jumper that reminds me of somebody from the past, maybe Bill Cartwright.
Here's D'Angelo Minnis up top for the Vikings. Hornbuckle, another three! He nails it!
Answering the call when the Vikings really need it.
Yeah, back-to-back threes by Hornbuckle. And that's going to be a turnover by the Falcons. Falling down and stepping on the line was Keon Craddock. Take a look at this last three by Daniel Hornbuckle. Just a little bit of room, and he nails it. He's now 3 of 5 from deep. And a timeout on the floor. 7:02 remaining in the second half. Vikings on a nice little run. It's 59-52. Right back on Vikings TV right after this.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Bellingham. Vikings now with a 7-point lead over the Falcons. Daniel Hornbuckle has it back-to-back threes.
They had it down to 3. Hornbuckle hits 1 3. Falcons score at the other end. Viking Hornbuckle another 3 to push it out to 7, and now a turnover to give the ball back. And pretty critical plays, and it got down to 3 points. The Vikings needed a lift, and he's provided it.
Another 3 here would make it a double-digit lead for the Vikings. Here's RJ Seacrest. Kicks to Lovelady. Hands off to Minnis. Over to Seacrest. Lovelady, Minnis again. Lovelady driving, getting fouled. That will be a foul on the floor. Shot will not count. Foul on Max Warren. 5 team fouls for the Falcons, 4 for the Vikings.
Max Warren listed at 6'6", 240. The 240, I think, is probably right. He might only be 6'4" or 6'5". He's kind of got that Charles Barkley look to him.
Round mound of rebound. Here's D'Angelo Minnis, 15 seconds on the shot clock. He drives, somehow dishes it to Lovelady. It's stolen from him, but Miles Daniels couldn't handle it. Back to the Vikings with 10 seconds on the shot clock.
See if Western can execute off this inbound here and get a good look. Get something around the basket, extend that lead to 9 points.
RJ Seacrest to inbound. Long pass to Minnis. He's near half court. 7-6-5 on the shot clock. Finds Hornbuckle. Pump fake the three-pointer. Just rims out. Going to get a foul on the floor on the Vikings. Dakota Ayala picking up his second.
I think they could have picked one there. It looked like RJ Seacrest came over the top as well. We'll see the rebound here. And that might have been more RJ than Dakota, to be fair.
Falcons trailing by 7. Pass down low to Daniels. Kick out. A reset. Here's DeJuan Jones, mid-range jumper from the baseline, just rims out. Zevon Goodwin kicks to Miles Daniels. Stripped by RJ Seacrest. Nice defensive play. Just under 6 minutes left in regulation. Seacrest picks up his dribble, kicks it over to Ayala. Finds Hornbuckle. Lovelady tried to get it down to Ayala, who wasn't even looking for it. Unforced error there for the Vikings. Nice pass to Horn, drives in. Got the bucket.
Isn't it a big night for him? Only 10 points now, but 2 of those baskets around the bucket have been really impressive.
Here's Daniel Hornbuckle. Passes it to Ayala in the corner. Pump fake and he drives. Picks up his dribble and knocks in the lay-in. 7-point lead for the Vikings, and it's going to be a timeout on the floor. 5:04 to play. We'll take a quick break as Ayala sends us to it. Right back here on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
My apologies, the referees faked me out. I thought it was a media timeout, but the Falcons have the ball. They're driving, kicking us off with a 3-point play. That was DeJuan Jones driving in there. Luke Lovelady picks up the foul. I always get so confused, Butch. If it's a 30-second timeout when they push into a media. I've been doing this for a long time, and I still haven't figured out the formula.
Well, they didn't even call a timeout. There was some sort of discussion about something that had happened on the baseline. The Permian Basin players ran over like it was a timeout. The Western players stayed on the floor, which is kind of the only hint we had.
I also haven't deciphered all the different referee hand signals yet. There's a lot of them. 5-point lead for the Vikings. Hornbuckle gets it tapped away, but he gets it back. Drives it baseline. He's trapped up to Ayala. Here's D'Angelo Minnis kicking it to Luke Lovelady. Going to work in the low post. He's smothered. Gets a shot up, and he will head to the free throw line. The Vikings have only attempted 2 free throws. Nice strong take there by Lovelady. He is 0 of 1 from the line. 2 shots.
One of the things the Vikings have in both Ayala and Lovelady, true post players, the guys who put the ball on the floor pretty well for 6'8", stocky guys that they are.
Certainly. You know, in years past, they had the 7-footer Logan Schilder. He shot a lot of threes, kind of a, outside big. Now they have two like very, very good dominant post bigs.
And you weren't going to ask Logan to put the ball on the floor and go by somebody. Logan would shoot the ball, he would post up.
Yeah.
These guys get the ball on the perimeter, and clever passers can put the ball on the floor and go by people a really nice way.
And honestly, every player on the Vikings has that dribble ability. They're very, very fluid offense. 6-point lead, DeJuan Jones, alley-oop! How about that one from Lemmy Howard?
Second time tonight that they've run some variation of that little lob. And
man, that was pretty. DeJuan Jones now with 12 assists and 10 points. D'Angelo Minnis. 4-point Viking lead. Daniel Hornbuckle misses on the three. Zavon Goodwin the rebound. Here's DeJuan Jones directing his offense, driving in, finding Lemming. Post move, fadeaway, he got it. Down to a 2-point game. Here's D'Angelo Minnis the other way, finding Luke Lovelady. Ayala, top of the key. Vikings working the ball around. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Ayala finding Lovelady. Slam dunk on his head. Luke Lovelady with some power. Lovelady up to 13 points and 9 boards. Pushing this lead back up to 4. Just under 3 minutes to play.
Dakota Ayala with a team-high 5 assists tonight.
By the center, I love that. Here's Miles Daniels, the runner. Can't handle it. Who else but RJ Seacrest with the board. Seacrest hands off to Lovelady, alley-oop. Or not alley-oop, excuse me, but a running layup. And it's good, 6-point lead. Timeout on the floor. UT Permian Basin needs some time to talk about it. Vikings up 66-60, 2.5 to play. We're right back here on Vikings TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Welcome back to Bellingham. 2.5 minutes left in regulation. Ben Bagley, Butch Kamina on Vikings TV. Vikings leading 66-60.
Two critical baskets from Luke Lovelady there. First on a wonderful little feed by Dakota Ayala, and then RJ Seacrest gets his 10th rebound of the night, brings the ball up the floor, finds Lovelady again. Western up by 6. And again, Vikings have kind of righted the ship here after that big run by Permian Basin, and see if they can hold on here.
How about Dakota Ayala? Last second subbed into the starting lineup for an injured Jalen Green. He's very quietly put up 16 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists.
He's a veteran player. He played at Concordia before the school closed. He was a solid GNAC center, I think 10 or 11 points there 2 years ago. He's a player, and he's a great guy to have off the bench. But when you need him to step in and start, he can do that as well.
Shooting 7 of 11 from the floor, and he's knocked down a triple block as well. Some of the role players for the Vikings having some career nights. DeJuan Jones kicks it over to Miles Daniels. Down to Lemmy Howard. Poked out by Lovelady. Hornbuckle slowing it up.
Is a little bit straight up, and so sometimes when he goes into that slow dribble, if you time it right, you can, as Lovelady did there, poke it away. Kind of tried it once earlier, nearly made it work.
Big turnover there as we approach 2 minutes to play. RJ Seacrest driving in, offensive foul.
We should give some credit to DeJuan Jones. He's taken a couple charges tonight. 10 points, 12 assists. We talked a lot about Daniels and Horn being the big scorers, but in a lot of ways it's DeJuan Jones that makes them go. He gets everybody in the right spots. There's a lot of things in terms of pressuring defensively. He's had a good night.
That's now 20 turnovers for the Vikings in this game, 12 for the Falcons. Both teams will enter the bonus. 17 fouls for Western, 6 for UT Permian Basin. So fouls will send each team to the line. 2 minutes to play. Falcons trailing by 6. Miles Daniels with it, back to Howard. Excuse me, Jones. Here's Horn top of the key, coming off the dribble, driving. The layup just goes off the bottom of the backboard.
Ayala blocked the shot, and then it went off of Horn's leg out of bounds. Viking ball.
Another good play by Ayala now as the team leading 2 blocks. D'Angelo Minnis. Up to Ayala. Almost a turnover. Wiley passed the Hornbuckle, but it'll stay with the Vikings. There's a player down. That is Luke Lovelady in some pain.
I think he collided with Max Warren there.
Lovelady in a lot of pain, holding his hip. Like we're going to get a stoppage in play here as he deals with the athletic trainer. Lovelady having a very nice game today. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. Fortunately, the big man in some pain down on the court.
We got a moment here. Kyle Tolan, as we said, Arkansas Monticello last year took that team to the NCAA tournament, then brought 7 players this summer with him. They lost in the tournament to Oklahoma Baptist. That is his alma mater. His father was a longtime coach there, won a national championship there. And there is a connection between Western and Oklahoma Baptist as Luke Lovelady is up. But those 2 schools played in the 1994 NAIA National Tournament. Both teams had double-digit leads. Western had a late double-digit lead. Oklahoma Baptist hit a half-court shot to send the game to overtime and ended up winning. And I remember that vividly because I was in Calgary for grad school. This is just before streaming for internet starts. We ran up about a $30 phone bill by having somebody back in Bellingham run the whole second half and overtime for me on the phone.
Oh, jeez. Aren't you a little grateful for modern technology?
Oh, man, yeah, this is much better now. So,
yeah, you look at Coach Kyle Tolan for UTPB. In 2017, this team went 26-7. Since then, in the next 5 seasons, they're just 1 game under 500. So really good a couple seasons ago and kind of mediocrity since.
Yeah, and I think just 5 wins last year, so under 500 certainly.
Tolan, a former Great American Conference Coach of the Year, looking to help the Falcons to compete in the Lone Star Conference against some stiff competition, including #1 overall, Lubbock Christian.
And a huge conference, like about 16 teams, right? So
yeah, they do it different in Texas.
Yeah, everything's bigger.
Everything's bigger. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Daniel Hornbuckle throwing up a 3. Nails it! Nails it! 9-point lead for the Vikings. Daniel Hornbuckle having a very nice game, 69-60. We are going to get a flop warning on the floor as Hornbuckle knocks down a deep 3. That's a big one here with 1:15 left to play.
He has hit some critical 3-pointers, 3 of them in the second half tonight.
And they've all come in pretty critical spots.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 2 when the lead had gotten down to 3, and now this one here that puts up to 9 of the 1:15 gives you a little bit of breathing room.
UT Permian Basin needing some 3s now as we approach a minute to play. Watch out for Daniels. There he is with the ball now. Drives defended by Seacrest. There he is, deep 3. Off front rim. Ayala gets it. No, Horn gets the offensive board, puts it in. 7-point lead. Quick inbound. Here's Hornbuckle. Full court defense by the Falcons. Hornbuckle blows past Horn, but it's poked out right to Holden.
Very fortunate. Not fouling here. Now that it's down to 17, see, Western will be able to work the clock inside 30 seconds here if they want.
Falcons do not have a foul to give. Under 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Here's Minnis, the running floater. That is a big one.
The timing of that drive just as Max Warren came out to help. Oop. They have waved it off.
An offensive foul.
Yep.
Wow, after the shot. That's a good call by the referee. D'Angelo Minnis did plow through the defender after he released the basketball.
Jones taking another charge.
Yeah.
We kind of got screened there. I saw the saw the release, didn't see the contact, and so it was really hard to tell what had happened.
So still a 7-point lead. You can see Minnis watch Jones. He sets his feet, and he's waiting for it.
Yeah,
Minnis plows right into him.
He could have gotten a parking ticket. He was there so long.
Here is Jones. Nice crossover. Pulling up. Interesting shot selection, but an offensive rebound by Horn, and he puts it in.
Same place he got the last one, and a timeout for Permian Basin.
17.6 to play, 5-point lead. We're going to keep things right here.
So now last possession, they didn't foul. Now you would anticipate here they're going to have to. Down 5 with 17 seconds. They can't even wait. And maybe you look for one trap, but as soon as that trap is broken, you're going to have to give one, put the Vikings on the free throw line.
Yeah, definitely going to look for an early steal here. They have 7 steals in the game. The Vikings have 21 turnovers. But yeah, kind of surprised they didn't foul in that last possession. They worked about 30 seconds off the clock.
I really was. I thought maybe they would try to trap early, and then once they got across half court, maybe give one. But then once they got across, they decided they were going to play it straight up. And to be fair, Horn did get a strip, but the ball went right to Lucas Holden, and the Vikings were able to maintain possession.
If they do end up fouling here, the likely candidates that will head to the line is D'Angelo Minnis and Daniel Hornbuckle, the guards who will likely get the inbounds pass. D'Angelo Minnis shooting 92% from the free throw line. Hornbuckle shooting 75%.
You know, you'd feel comfortable with Lucas Holden shooting those as well, right? He's a 70% shooter on the season, but only 7 to 10. But as good a three-point shooter is, you have to believe that you feel confident with him there.
So 17.6 to play. Neither team with a foul to give. For the Vikings on the floor, it'll be R.J. Seacrest, D'Angelo Minnis, Hornbuckle, Holden, and Ayala.
Luke Lovelady is back on the bench, looking just chatting away with Nick Welp at the moment. So it looks like he might be okay. I don't know if we'll see him again, but
here's R.J. Seacrest inbound to Ayala. So he fouled Ayala, who will head to the line. Ayala is a 60% free throw shooter, 6 of 10 on the year. The Vikings have only taken 4 free throws in the game. They are 2 of 4.
Ayala did take one of those. He did connect on a 3-point play.
Looking at the game again, man, 16 points, 12 boards, 6 assists, 2 blocks, and a clutch free throw.
Really balanced effort from the Vikings tonight. Only 6 players have scored, but they're all at between 8 and 18. Seacrest leading the way with that 18 on 9 of 11 shooting.
Ayala, this is also a career high in points and a career high in rebounds.
And then if he missed the second, but Permian Basin throws away the outlet pass, so Western will have the ball again.
That's a tough one. The only way to stop the clock here is with another foul. Vikings already up by 2 possessions.
That pass was right at us. We were open.
I was ready.
Prepared to shoot.
They have not fouled yet, and they get a timeout. So wow, 10 seconds run off the clock for the Vikings, and then they eventually call a timeout. Gonna be a 30-second on the floor. We'll keep things here.
I think one of the referees might run over Daniel Hornbuckle there. He was grabbing his elbow. The referee was kind of chuckling.
So looking forward for these Vikings. We got a couple more home games before hitting the road. On November 30th, that's Tuesday, they're playing Northwest Indian College. December 4th against Simon Fraser, the first GNAC battle here at WECU Court. December 12th against Northwest Indian College once again. And then they're headed to Las Vegas for the Holiday Hoops Classic. They're playing Lindenwood. And then on December 18th, they're facing off against number 1 overall in the country, Lubbock Christian. Here's an inbound. Hornbuckle got it. Looks like time is going to expire. That's it. Vikings start off the season 4-0 on WECU Court. 70-64, our final score.
Just an outstanding performance, a good first half, and again, weathering a second half storm and being able to finish out the game in the last couple minutes.
R.J. Seacrest led the way, 18 points, that's a career high. Dakota Ayala with 17 points, that's a career high as well. I believe we're gonna have somebody on this post-game show. Thank you for joining us on Vikings TV. My name is Ben Bagley, and big shout out to Butch Kamina for filling in for Sean Wally. Wally is celebrating his girlfriend's birthday today. Happy birthday, Leslie. How's it going? I'm going to be joined by RJ Seacrest. Good, how are you? Good to see you.
Never done one of these before.
We're going. RJ, 4-0 at home to start the year. How you guys feeling?
Man, we feel great. Just bouncing back after that first tough weekend we had in California. It's been nothing but improvement ever since then, so we're feeling good right now.
RJ, a career game for your career high in points, 18. You tied your career high in 10. You were everywhere on the court. What went so right for you tonight?
Yeah, man. As you can see, we kind of hit a roadblock. Jalen getting injured at the start of the game, so got the highlights. So we knew we all had to step up. You know, he's a big-time player, so I just do what I can to contribute to the team.
Speaking of stepping up, the player who subbed in for Jalen Green was Dakota Ayala. He had a career night as well, career high 17 points, led the team career high 12 rebounds, led the team with 6 assists. What can you say about the big man?
Man, Dag, he's a great guy. He's a great team player, always good energy. You know, whether he's playing a lot of minutes or barely any minutes, he always does what he can in his role. So we love that we got him from Concordia, for sure.
RJ, you're such a hustle player, getting in on every rebound, every steal, always diving on the floor. What do you think the best part of your game is?
Man, I think the best part of my game is I like to play selfless, you know. Like, I don't mind if I'm not scoring 20 every night. I just like to do whatever I can to contribute to the team. So being a team player, I guess I could say.
Yeah. A couple more home games before headed down to the Las Vegas for a Holiday Classic. What's the philosophy going forward these next couple home games?
Man, we're just going to keep the same routine. We're going to come back in Monday and just keep working at it, you know. We're just building every day, improving. We're going to watch film, study our opponents, and hopefully get some more wins in Vegas.
Guys are shooting well, rebounding well, playing all around great basketball. RJ, congratulations on the career night. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Actually, quick, one more question for you.
Yeah.
Just celebrated Thanksgiving. What is your favorite food on the plate?
Oh, it's always mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese?
It's always, shout out to my mom. Best mac and cheese I've ever had.
There you go. Thank you, RJ Seacrest, for joining us on the post-game show. Vikings victorious 70 to 64. Thank you, RJ.
Thank you. Go Vikes.
Get a final look at the stats here. Vikings outshot the Falcons 54% to 41. Look at that rebounding total, 38 to 23. However, those turnovers, Butch, great. Vikings won in almost every statistical category. Turnovers almost cost it for them. What are your final takeaways from this game?
21 turnovers, but they forced more down the stretch too. A 13 for Permian Basin. When you shoot 55%, when you have a 15 rebound edge, as we see here, you can afford turnovers. You don't want to do that. You're going to have to clean that up over the course of the season. But the fact that they're able to win with high turnover numbers right now is pretty impressive. A really balanced effort. 5 players in double figures. 18 for Seacrest, 17 for Ayala, along with 12 boards and 6 assists. 15 for Lovelady and 12 for Hornbuckle. And a really good night. And then, hey, they did a good job on Horn. He only had 11 tonight, and 4 of those were very late. So some good defensive efforts. A lot of good things to build on. But like with the turnovers and some other things, still some things to work on.
Vikings improved to 4-2, and some good news. The Viking women played today. They improved to 5-0. They're ranked number 13 in the country. 2 great basketball teams battling it out on WECU Court. Vikings are victorious tonight. For all of us here at Vikings TV, I'm Ben Bagley. That was Butch Kamina. Thank you all for having us. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night.